All right, what's going on? Just doing a quick update on things. The chromis and clownfish seem to be doing fine. I got a magnifying glass out and tried to look at them the best I can. I don't see any spots on them. They're eating and swimming around. The clowns are still acting a little bit weird. I don't know why. They're just kind of staying in the corner still, but they're eating, and I don't see any spots on them. The purple tang, I think a lot of the spots are starting to go away. I think it's actually maybe just, naturally fighting it off. So I did see it kind of peck at some food again. His stomach isn't really sunk in, so I think it's okay, and I'm hoping it's going to remain that way. So I think that guy will pull through and be all right. Let's see. Otherwise, today, the goal that I have is to get the calcium reactor up and going, in which I have it ready to go, with the exception of I don't have the pH probe for the Milwaukee pH monitor calibrated. I used the calibration fluid that it came with to try testing my my regular tank or Apex pH probe out, just to make sure it was reading correctly, just to kind of verify things, as I continue to watch my pH and see what all's going on. Also, another thing that came in that I have added, I know with all the blue light it's hard to see things. Per someone's suggestion, I didn't even know they had these. Prior, I've had Kessels for a long time, and I had the old, what were they, 300 whatever W's years ago were my first Kessels. And you either got the wide or the narrow model. And when I bought these, I didn't know that they had these reflectors that you could get. So somebody had put in the comments, suggested getting these. So I did. So it cuts it down from 130 degrees to 55 degrees. So these actually increase the intensity. I can't talk today. The intensity of the light for SPS corals, and also increases the depth. So they just have magnets and mount onto the Kessels like that. I thought they were, I thought they weren't going to fit to start with, because apparently there's little two magnets on the lens themselves when you put it up there, and apparently they have to be turned just in the right spot to pick up the back end magnetic part that holds them on there. So I was holding it up and it wasn't sticking, it was just falling off. So I didn't know what I had going on, and then I turned it, and then they called or whatever, the magnets, well, I don't know which one, call it, bonded. So those are good to go. I put those on there, and then I did another PAR reading, and it really increased the PAR, so I had to dial the Kessels back down. I'm currently running them at 50% intensity, and at that, so my SPS levels, I mainly checked like right here, the ranges, and directly up under them. So it was bouncing between 350 and 400 at 50%. So I left it right there. I feel like that's going to be a good range. I know a lot of people say they shoot for 350. So I left it that. Let me know in the comments, if that's still going to be too high. That's the only thing with the Apogee. It's not a super consistent number. It just bounces around a lot. So you almost have to I kind of do like the range average type thing. So, like I said, it's bouncing between 350 and 400. And it hit like 375 a lot, 380, and then would go back down to 350 and then up to 400. And that's with it sitting stationary. The sensor is sitting on a rock stationary and not moving. So I don't know why it fluctuates so much, but maybe it's just the current in the water at the top. I don't know what it is. So anyway, that's where I left it at. So 50% right now gets me that par rating. I'm not sure if I need to bump it down a little bit more, but we'll see how everything does. When I first put the reflectors or lenses on there, I had it at 75% and I was getting over 500 par. So I knew I needed to turn that down a little bit. Yeah, other than that, so like I said, I don't have the lights turned on here, but I've got the Milwaukee, the pH monitor. I got the probe sitting up top, and all I got to do is calibrate that. UPS is delivering my calibration solution today, so as soon as it arrives, then I'll be able to calibrate that, get it in the calcium reactor, which I have all plumbed in, ready to go. I filled it with salt water, so that side should be completely ready. Otherwise, on the Chemours, let me get down here. I asked the question before, how you make the connections. So I took the soft tubing that came with it, connected it, and put zip ties on it. Then I found these connectors on the Bulk Reef Supply website, and it's a barbed side and then a straight side that can go on these couplers here, or adapters, whatever you want to call them. So then I have it, adapted over to the hard line. So these worked out really well. It was kind of a pain to get this small hose on there, so I had to put some of the lubricant that comes with that. I put it on the barbs and was able to work that on there. So that part should be good to go. I've got it powered on, but not running yet until I get that pH probe in there. I just didn't see any point in going further. I've got everything ready to go, like I said, other than the calibration of the pH probe, but I didn't want to put it in there not being calibrated and start tinkering with it. But other than that, everything else is ready to go. CO2 is ready, carbon doser, everything should be good. But that'll wrap up this video. Let me know any questions, comments, and then let me know thoughts on the par rating, if I need to turn the intensity down anymore, or if that should be okay where I have it set. Thanks again for watching.